questions. I'd like to ask Professor Harvey about a point like the entrepreneurship courses taught in UPenn, and also what is the difference between entrepreneurship education and the major of entrepreneurship?
Oh, thank you, Ted. Great question. The Education Entrepreneurship Program at the University of Pennsylvania is, first of all, part of the Graduate School of Education. So the graduate school itself offers graduate degrees, master's and doctoral level and postdoctoral level degrees. In the field of education, education entrepreneurship is specially focused on students or professionals who are interested in doing entrepreneurial ventures in the field of education specifically or related. And we frankly have a pretty broad view of what we consider to be education, but that is really the focus of the it's called the Educational Entrepreneurship Program within the Graduate School of Education. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, probably. And also I have a small question. I'm really I have started several businesses since my grade 9. I'm trying to start some businesses of competitions and also many business projects on sharing parking spaces, but I have always had the question that does entrepreneurship only involves the problem of creating a business, or it also includes the problems of sustaining a business?
Definitely both. There are a couple of major hurdles that one needs to overcome. Certainly starting it in the first place based on a good idea and research. I think Sylvia did a wonderful job of explaining the basic flow. Once you start the business, essentially the next major hurdle is to develop a business that is what we call viable, which essentially means it's delivering the value and is capable of financially sustaining itself. Okay? Once you have a viable business, which essentially, in very simple terms means the money that's coming in from either investors or grantors or sponsors, whomever are the funding sources, is more than sufficient to pay for the expenses required to keep the business afloat. Once you achieve that viability stage, you need to have a business that is sustainable. So it's a very good thing to get it off the ground and to make it viable, but the hope is that you will be able to keep that business afloat for a long, long time into the future. So that's what we mean by sustainability. And a major part of achieving sustainability is what we call scalability, which is essentially continuing to make it grow. There are many businesses start out, look very promising, but have a limited customer base. And once that customer base is saturated, for example, some entrepreneurs find it very, very difficult to continue to sustain the business because all the customers have bought their product. So there's this notion of scalability, which can either be through expanding into different geographies, or it could be expanding the customer segment that you're offering your products and services to, or it could even be expanding your products and services and selling additional products and services, or providing additional value in the case of a nonprofit to your customer segment. So apologize for the long answer, but it's a big question.
Yeah, I think the answer is great. Yeah.
Teddy, can I add something to Harvey's answer? In nonprofits,
sure.
I'll say this, the viability equation for nonprofits, highly dependent on partnerships, highly. We're very centered on the SDGs, the sustainability development goals that Sylvia is really, that this competition also focuses on. partnership, partnership. And so to be able to do, like, to actually execute on exactly what Harvey just mentioned, I feel like it's both developing that entrepreneurial mindset, which are the traits and characteristics of being an entrepreneur, having those skills to, be able to know how to scale, and then kind of your community of partners that you get to know and work with is, I can't underestimate the importance of. So I just wanted to add that as well.
Well, that's really important, Lisa. Thank you for adding that. And really, that's a wonderful way of kind of completing the loop, because partnership speaks to collaboration and teamwork, which again are a couple of the really, really core skills and part of the mindset that entrepreneurs need.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And other questions? I think it's like all of you have covered like almost all the questions that like students are having in their mind, and they probably have the questions and also the answers. I think that there are still a lot of students who have not been able to participate in this meeting because they have to like work hard for their schoolwork, and I think we should have comprehensions for that. But we have like recorded these meetings, so I believe that there will be more people to get to know our competition and also our professors' speeches. So I think we should like give an end to this meeting and look forward to our next meeting.